Hello. Today I'm going to read It's Hard to Read a Map with a Beagle on Your Lap. Written by Marilyn Singer. Pictures by Clement Aubrey and published by Henry Holt and Company. It's hard to read a map with a beagle on your lap. There she's trying, or he's trying. Ears. See across there. Ears. Floppy. Sloppy. Standing high. Speckled. Freckled. Goldilocks. Springy, wingy butterfly. Feathery, leathery. Mr. Spock. Nothing on a bulldog's face seems to have a proper place. His eyelids droop, his jaws are square, his jowls are beyond compare. His nose looks like he's had a fight. He's got a great big underbite. You look at him, you have to hoot. He's so ugly that he's cute. When a Rottweiler feels rotten, does he stuff his ears with cotton? Does he sulk upon his bed, pile of pillows on his head? Does he stomp around and shout, "You guys had better let me out"? Does he tear up someone's sweater? Or just wait till things get better? There once was a young Weimaraner who frequently ate in a diner. At the counter she'd sit, where she made quite a hit, though she thought that a booth would be finer. There once was a golden retriever. At a ball game he got in a fever. He brought back the bats, the helmets and hats, and then carried off the reliever. A dachshund's body is very long. His legs are very short. It's obvious that basketball will never be his sport. He stinks at rinks and also links and at the tennis court. But he fields grounders very well by everyone's report. Dogs do not do the dishes. They do not push a broom. They do not weed the garden. They never clean their room. Dogs do not cook their dinner. Through homework they don't slog. You must agree, it's plain to see, no dog works like a dog. A St. Bernard made my aunt faint when he got into cans of paint. Galloped through her nice clean halls, left his paw prints on her walls. She looked into his big brown eyes and made this sad complaint, "I know that you're a Bernie, but you'll never be a saint." A Mexican hairless will not shed upon your sofa or your bed. You will not need to fetch a broom every time she leaves the room, or take a vacuum to your clothes just because she sat on those. The time you save not cleaning hair will let you knit her underwear. Fur. Fluffy, scruffy, luscious, plush, brindled, spindled, bristle brush. Frizzled, grizzled, woolly, sheared, dreadlocked, punk rocked, just plain weird. Some canines sing soprano, some pooches only bass. Some sit while they are singing, but others like to pace. Some sing when they hear sirens, some when they have the blues. Mine vocalizes daily to the 7 a.m. news. Standing by a picket fence, a Dalmatian caused confusion. I wondered if he was a dog or an optical illusion. I wouldn't want to tackle an irritated jackal. I confess I'd care to mess with a wolf pack even less. But I'd rather face their wrath than give my basset hound a bath. Dogs like to stop at hydrants. They like to stop at trees. They like to lean out windows and catch a little breeze. They like to sleep on sofas instead of on the floor. They like to crawl in bed with you, and then they like to snore. Just because a schnauzer's drowsy, it's not nice to say he's lousy. It's not true that he's a loser. He's just what you'd call a schnoozer. So he is schnoozing. When a Belgian shepherd cannot sleep, does she lie there counting sheep? Could she number bears or leopards? Or does she just count other shepherds? At night I go to bed and dream that I'm a movie star. I own a big white mansion. I drive a big red car. At night, while I have visions of being someone classy, I wonder if my puppy dreams she's Rin Tin Tin or Lassie. It's hard to waltz with grace while a bloodhound licks your face. My German Shepherd's very smart at doing lots of tricks. She leaps right over fences to fetch you back some sticks. She climbs up ladders, jumps through hoops, maybe even skis. But tell me why, with all those brains, she can't get rid of fleas. You can give him silken cushions. You can let him sleep real late. You can feed him tasty tidbits off a shiny silver plate. You can try to entertain him. You can do your best to please, but nothing ever satisfies a picky Pekingese. Some terriers chase foxes. Some terriers chase rats. A few will go for gophers. A lot will go for cats. Some love to track down badgers. Some look for things with scales. But there's nothing they do better than chasing their own tails. shepherd shorn, does he suffer scorn? Do the lambs all laugh 'cause he looks half the dog he was when he had his fuzz? Does he feel a fool, or does he just feel cool? A mongrel I know goes through streaks where she's crazy for whatever reeks. She took a grand tour through a field of manure. We couldn't go near her for weeks. My puppy has a pointer's tail. Her body's like a Spitz. She has an Irish wolfhound's head, plus several other bits. Her ears look like a basset hound's, except they're not as big. But when she stuffs her face with food, she's totally a pig. Tails. Long, short, straight, curled, plucked, tucked, unfurled, loopy, droopy, feather duster, pom-pom, tom-tom. China Buster. Chasing a cat, about to run into the guy carrying boxes full of